you know, it was fun to be a part of what Ashton had going on. I've been able to compete against, you know, a few world record holders now, and it's kind of special when that happens. So yeah, I mean, great day for those guys, rough day for me. It's the nature of the sport.
Bryan, Kevin from Runner Space. How important for you? Obviously it was, but how important was it to finish this decathlon?
You know, anytime a decathlon goes bad, and you know, I think every decathlete wants to just pick up their stuff and walk off the track. I think it was everything my coaches had and everything I had to kind of keep going. You know, it was really tough. Been working a long time to come out and try and put something together, and I think there was a lot of hope and expectation there. And when you see that kind of all go out the window, it's pretty disappointing. So it was important to finish. I know I needed to finish. I didn't want to finish. My coaches, thank goodness for them, you know, making me finish. I mean, between them and my wife and my kids and everybody, it was like I had to finish. You know, the last thing I want to do is look back on things and, you know, have my kids remember the time that I didn't finish the decathlon. You know, so yeah. I mean, as much as I didn't want to, there was really no other option.
Hi, Kevin from Flow Track. Are you planning to continue to compete, or what are your thoughts on this? I know it's shortly after you're finishing the 1500.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to hang it up. You know, there's a few decks this summer still. I know there's a very slim chance that if my body's feeling okay and I can get out and get another one in, I can possibly go chase the A standard and score 82, and still maybe be named to the team. So. I don't know. I got to see how my body feels. I'm pretty beat up right now, and I haven't even talked to my coaches about that. I just found out about that right before I walked in here. So we'll see. But I don't think we'll end it here. I mean, you know, we'll come out next year, and you know, there's always another team to be made. So we'll try it again.
Hey Bryan, Dan Tomlin. Did that come into factor at all? Maybe having to do it again and finishing today.
You know, I honestly didn't even know that there was an opportunity to do anything else until just about 2 minutes ago. So I think the biggest thing was just finishing. You know, like I said, I have my kids in the stands. I don't know if you guys heard them, but my kids were in the stands screaming. You know, my nieces were here, and you know, I want to be the best role model I could be. And the last thing you want to do as a role model is you know, quit at something. And so as long as I wasn't injured or anything like that, it just goes back to the first things my coach taught me when I first started doing the deck. You know, if you can finish, you finish.
Bryan, could you just take us through what happened with the hurdles? And was there a question about a ruling, disqualification or not? Sort of what happened with that?
Yeah, you know, now I kind of a little bit, you know, want to just kick myself because, you know, I mean, the race was going great. I mean, we were set up to run. I mean, I was going to run 1370 something with Ashton and Trey, which would have been a great time. Would have put me probably at about 8,500 points or so. But when I hit the hurdle, I knew that I pushed the 10th hurdle down, and so I thought I was disqualified. And then they said that I was disqualified, and so the whole time I was throwing discus, you know, my mind just wasn't there, you know. And I ended up having like a 50-meter throw, and I ended up toe fouling it. But you know, my mind just wasn't there when I was throwing discus, and if I had gotten the throw, maybe things would have been a little different because they reevaluated. They went up another level higher and got my time of appeal and got my time for the hurdles reinstated. So had I maybe been able to pull it together in discus, things might have gone a little better. But you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, I guess.
Last call for questions. All right, one more over here.
Hi, Bryan, Joe from NBC. Can you talk a little bit, you've been competing against Ashton for a while, can you talk about what you saw in him when you first competed against him and what you saw in him today and sort of that progression?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody that's competed against Ashton before all of this knew that he was going to be very, very dangerous. I can remember a few years ago, Dan Steele walking up to me on the track. It was actually here. I think it was 2008 Olympic Trials. and he said, "Hey Brian, we've got this kid. We just recruited this kid. He's pretty much exactly the same as you, and he's going to do some really great things." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't think anything of it. And 4 years later, he's breaking the world record. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't know if anybody's ever matured in the event as quickly as he has. It's mind-boggling to see his performance and to see how well he's done in such a short amount of time.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have more press conferences shortly. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.